Hello everyone, this is going to be the first in a new series of videos called Yu-Gi-Oh! Reviews, or Yu-Gi-Oh! Card Reviews. I'm not sure what to call it yet. Today we're going to be going over a little unknown card. It's called Scrubbed Raid. Now, if you're a member of the Resurrection Academy, which I've been a member of for a while now, basically you've seen my view on this. You don't really need to listen to this unless you really want to. However, if you haven't, Scrubbed Raid is a continuous trap card. Its effect is, you can send one card you control to the graveyard to end the battle phase. Now, I want to say one thing really quickly. I don't see why it is that just because a card is slow, it shouldn't be played. For example, I've played Scrubbed Raid in INZEKTORs, and it works really well. It makes the plays even faster. The card itself is slow, but it helps the plays go off a little more quickly, and it has a bit of a defensive side to it, which INZEKTORs really lacked before I put it in there. Now, let me give you an example of some examples of some cards that really do gain or benefit from this. You're going to have an Earthbound Immortal, which goes by the name of, if I can find it really quickly, here we go. I believe this is it. ASLLA PISCU, Earthbound Immortal, ASLLA PISCU. He is a level 10, I believe. Yes, a level 10. Winged Beast type. He is a dark, and he has 2500 attack and 2500 defense. His effect is, when this card is removed from the field except by its own effect, which if there isn't a field spell on the field, he basically destroys himself. Destroy all face-up monsters your opponent controls and inflict 800 damage to your opponent for each monster destroyed. Now, Earthbound Immortals, they require that there be only one Earthbound Immortal at any given point on the field. You cannot have more than one. So this is a way to not only send one to the graveyard, but to plus from its effect, which I believe that this one is the only one that gets that kind of effect. Let's see. There is another one. However, its effect only activates whenever it's destroyed, which those of you who've played Yu-Gi-Oh! Know that destroying and just being sent to the graveyard are two different things. So it can't gain that effect, but it was just sort of an example. Now, back to INZEKTORs. We have a card called INZEKTOR Gigamantis. This is a level 6 dark insect type monster. Its effect is, it can equip itself from the hand to any insect monster that you control. Whenever it is sent to the graveyard while equipped to a monster, it gains an effect where it can special summon one INZEKTOR from the graveyard. Now, it can obviously gain its effect from Scrubbed Raid because it'll be sent to the graveyard. So it won't be banished, like, you know, it doesn't like being banished. It needs to be sent to the graveyard to get its effect. Another thing, if it equips to either Centipede or Dragonfly, they will also get their effects, with Centipede being whenever an equipped spell card, because that's what monsters that are equipped to other monsters are considered, is sent to the graveyard while equipped to this card, you can add one INZEKTOR card from your deck to your hand. Dragonfly, on the other hand, has an even better effect, and Dragonfly is limited. Its effect is, if an equipped card is sent to your graveyard while equipped to this card, you can special summon one INZEKTOR monster from your deck except INZEKTOR Dragonfly. Now, that is incredibly good. The reason why? Well, you send INZEKTOR Gigamantis to the graveyard, and you go Chainlink 1, Chainlink 2. You get to choose, basically, I believe, in which order the chains go. Whichever one resolves first gets its effect. You could choose it to be Gigamantis, in which case it would special summon from the graveyard, and then Dragonfly would special summon from the deck. Or you could go the other way around with Dragonfly special summoning from the deck, and then after that, Gigamantis will special summon from the graveyard. Another thing to be gained from it, let's see. I'll be right back. Alright, sorry about that. I'm back. Another effect, sorry, I was just checking something. would be something like Burning Abyss, though again, the card itself is really slow. It really wouldn't meld too well into Burning Abyss. However, if you were to use it, it would be able to send the cards to the graveyard in order to get their effects. In Skarm's case, at the end phase. With the other's case, it would usually be right then and there. Another thing to use it, there are certain spells and traps that say whenever they're sent to the graveyard. I can't really think of an example right now, but I'll put some on screen if I can really find any. I'm going to do some research before I actually start editing the video itself. So, yeah, I believe that is it. Yeah, Scrubbed Raid is a really underrated card for those who know about it, but for those that don't, well, it might not seem so good at first, but I think that it really could be, it could have some potential.